Let me see what the talking.
What is the name? What is your YouTube name?
You can just
changing it.
no. I've got like 8 different. I've got like 20 fucking YouTube accounts.
Yeah, you do like a bunch of different ones.
You got to monetize on Kick.
Do you have it? Sorry.
What was that?
Monetize on Kick. He says monetize on Kick. I'm wondering if you have any, like you go all in on different things. You're going all in on Pepe Mask or all in on tarot, but you got to try low IQ dumb people talking about nothing, wasting time. That is your shtick. And if you're getting 500 viewers on live stream, what are they sticking around for if not to watch low IQ dumb people talking about nothing, wasting time?
It's culminative. It's culminative. It's not like 500 people sit there and watch it.
Yeah.
It's they stick around for 14 seconds, so it's 500 people on average watching for 14 seconds. It's
I'm serious. You're really missing Kick. Like Jeff Bezos found the internet in '93. Like Kick is the platform to monetize.
What is Kick?
So let me tell you. So obviously there's Twitch, there's YouTube, there's Rumble, and Kick has the same income as Twitch, $2.6 billion a year, but it's completely funded by offshore gaming. So it's Aiden Ross's platform. They give the creators 95% of the money. They incentivize. If you have 75 concurrent viewers, you're monetized. They're paying you hourly. They paid out 1.5 million or 30 million last quarter, and it's. I'm telling you, this is the platform to go all in on for long-form live streaming. I'm actually long-form live streaming this right now on Kick. My name's kick.com/forreal. And I'm serious about the Kick platform because YouTube's obviously where you want to be if you have, but Kick is fucking A. And you can do anything too. You can say anything.
Do you ever think that you would see the day where you are being live streamed live on Kick?
Well, I'm actually live streaming my life and some dogs and like a 220-pound dog.
No, I'm talking to my friend Dr. Wisdom here.
I know. We're having a 4-way conversation. I'm aware, but I don't just come around and live stream him my whole life. I have a car life. I'm very exciting.
No, but are you aware that he is live streaming you?
Yeah, he knows what I do.
Oh, okay. I think that's funny.
All
right,
I'm clowning. We're all clowning around here, and we're also, at the end of the day, we want to live stream and make $20 million a fucking month. We're friends.
Yeah, I'm looking at. I just created an account. So how do I start a live stream? I don't know.
Okay, so you actually have to use a program and use your RTM, or like a Streamlabs or a Restream or a StreamYard or. You can't actually. There's no native app to stream from. It's his beta, and it's still paying out 1.5 mil to creators a quarter, and it's in beta, and it's just starting to get on the TVs with the TV apps. Like this is fucking awesome. And by the way, you know what people, the top people in the world are doing? They're fucking idiots. They're the Neon, Fauci, Aiden Ross. They gamble and they say dumb shit, and they're idiots. So they have none of the intelligence. So once somebody brings some of the intelligence to the live streaming, there's an opportunity.
Yeah, well, Chatter, Nelson Apega's Chatter.
Chatter is nothing. It's a blip on a blip on a blip in a needle in a fucking haystack in a fucking blip.
That's all it is. That's all I want to say is like. But that's the thing is I'm going to sign up for Twitch because I've never actually live streamed on Twitch before. But I downloaded it. I downloaded your Kick, but yeah, if I can't go live through that app, I mean, fuck it.
No. Anyways, I don't interject while I'm being recorded live. Like Kick affiliate listen. I don't tell people about things if I don't really truly know. People have told me this is a real Kick streaming. It's a real profession. They're actually paying Twitch. Twitch, by the way, it's the same as Twitch. It's Twitch's #1 competitor. So I've compared. You're going to get about the same viewers. You're going to get a little more on Kick, but Twitch. Remember, Twitch, you can't play music. They're going to ban your account when they hear what you don't like. They're playing ads. So Kick is the future for live streaming. Twitch is already over. Bought by Amazon a long time ago.
Okay, well, I'll take your word for it. I mean,
And anyways, I'm planning for next 5 years. I'm going all in on. By the way, I'm going all in on it personally. I've studied all the founders, and this is just going all in on Kick. By the way, that doesn't say you shouldn't also be on X and YouTube, and like people that are all in on Kick also go on like 3 other platforms. But some people are just all in on Kick because it's a highly controversial platform. They don't like the politics stuff, but like it's highly controversial, and they want to create a new breed of creator. Like technically, you could go into a strip club and film, not like hold the camera up to the woman. You can have guns, you can smoke weed. Like it's just a very highly controversial. You can play music like nobody else lets you do that. It's and they pay you, and they're not going anywhere because they're funded by Stake.com. Their parent company, by the way, is Stake.com. It's a casino. People play online casino. It's a big deal on the internet. I'm gonna land my plane and clowning around. Okay, I'm not done landing. So once you get 1,500 followers and 75 concurrent subscribers on Kick, that's when they give you an actual contract and you apply as an affiliate. That's all you need, and it's that simple. And you actually are now making a salary over a minimum wage. Like every time you're streaming, you're getting paid.
I just wanted to say I used to get groomed on Kick by kikes like Zach. So I think it's ironic that it's this like super live stream platform now.
Okay, so one thing you have to tell people about Kick, this isn't the old KIK platform that you used to use in high school to flirt with women. You have to like say that over and over. This is KICK. It's a brand new platform, and it's a Twitch competitor. This isn't that old KIK platform we used to DM people with 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 25 years ago.
so I started my first Twitch. We're live streaming it for the first time. I've never actually live streamed on Twitch. I have also uploaded to Rumble, and but yeah, I mean, it would be great to actually cross-platform Clown House and a lot of these deep state rooms with these rhinos and retards into Truth Social or Rumble, where a lot of real Trump MAGA people are. And so I just think like roasting a lot of these people on this app and cross-platforming is the way to go, because a lot of these people on this app are just unaware of what they're doing. Like they're just talking heads, and it's pointless for them because they don't even capture it. And if they were more professional and captured it, like it would have actual value. And so creating value in videos is a challenging thing to do. Not many people have created much value in terms of actual video creation or content creation. And it wastes your time, and it wastes, the audience's time. So the question isn't just how do I create value? I mean, I think it's easy to do with good books. But then the other value is actually capturing these live talkers and replatforming them with or without their permission. And I would just do it without their permission because it's a waste of time. And basically any publicity for them is good publicity because they have no publicity. So this is Deep State Patriots. This is our, we have one viewer on Twitch. This is our, what's the first thing, not a centennial or what is it?
W-Mans.
W-Mans.
All you have to do to be a live streamer is walk around and say W-Mans. There's nothing more to it.
What is W-Mans?
Well, I think things can be W or L. It's that simple. Like things are hey chat, is this W
wins or
is this
losses.
L?
Okay, I see.
So you ask chat if things are W or L, and mans I think is the person in the chat. Like he's a man. So W him. That's what I think.
So I will read some things which I think may be of some high value to you, the listener, as opposed to all the bullshit you hear on this piece of shit app with piece of shit people. But before I read to you something good from Aphorisms, a Personal Selection, I'm going to play a little Persian music for about a minute to induct you into a hypnosis. So take the deepest breath of the day through your nose. Hold it for 10, not 11, 10, not 9 seconds. I just want to read something that Trump put out. Elon retweeted this 49 minutes ago. This is what Trump said. Attention, Wisconsin. There's a very important election for state Supreme Court April 1st, and early voting is now underway. Brad Schimmel is running against radical left liberal Susan Crawford, who has repeatedly given child molesters, rapists, women beaters, and domestic abusers light sentences. She is the handpicked voice of the leftists who are out to destroy your state and our country. And if she wins, the movement to restore our nation will bypass Wisconsin. All voters who believe in common sense should get out to vote early for Brad Schimmel. By turning out and voting early, you will be helping to uphold the rule of law, protect our incredible police, secure our beloved Constitution, safeguard our inalienable rights, and preserve liberty and justice for all. So important. Please get out right now and vote. See, I should create a video with that. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Oh, hi, L. Stern. Welcome to the Deep State Patriots. We've been recording you and republishing you on Truth Social, on Rumble. Everyone knows L. Stern throughout the Deep State Patriot lands. You may have been right about Dr. Scott. Maybe he was grooming that young boy. But maybe that's just Lashon Hara. What? This is your Shabbos Goy detection system, Dr. L. Why are you here listening to me? You're not allowed to use electronics on Shabbos. I hope you're laughing. You're probably like, I fucking hate this guy, but I'm just joking around. Yeah, don't take it too seriously, Dr. L. This is all entertainment comedy. And I'm about to read something special, so stick around and maybe you'll hear something smart. Okay, this comes from Aphorisms, a personal selection by W.H. Auden and Louis Cronenberger. This is Politics and Power. I'm going to not give the attribution. I'm just going to read it. Again, this is Politics and Power Aphorisms. This is called a book. All governments are obscure and invisible. A general idea is always a danger to the existing order. It is impossible to doubt the effect of any vigorous effort for the immediate abolition of the only social system that men know. It may be better that the heavens should fall, but it is folly to ignore the fact that they will fall. To commit violent and unjust acts, it is not enough for a government to have the will or even the power. The habits, ideas, and passions of the time must lend themselves to their committal. It is a bad witness to the goodness of a regime when people begin to praise it only after they have ceased to believe in the possibility of its restoration. Oh shit, I think we triggered a copyright violation with that Persian music. I sit on a man's back, choking him and making him carry me, and yet assure myself and others that I am very sorry for him and wish to lighten his load by all possible means, except by getting off his back. That's one of my favorite ones. That's by Tolstoy. It is one of the dangerous characteristics of the sort of information supplied by secret agents that it becomes rarer and less explicit as the peril increases and the need for information becomes greater. Doubting the duration of the government which employs them, and already afraid of its successor, such agents either scarcely speak at all, or keep absolute silence. Harsh is the law, but it is certain. Decision by majorities is as much an expedient as lighting by gas. Dullness is decent in the church and state. The world is ruled by force, not by opinion, but opinion uses force. The combination of a repressive political order with a permissive moral order is not unheard of in human history. Bad laws are the worst sort of tyranny. Tyranny is the wish to have in one way what can only be had in another. The worst form of tyranny the world has ever known, the tyranny of the weak over the strong. It is the only tyranny that lasts. States decree the most illustrious rewards, not to him who catches a thief, but to him who kills a tyrant. Tyrants are always assassinated too late. That is their great excuse. Tyranny over a man is not tyranny, it is rebellion, for man is royal. It is far easier to act under conditions of tyranny than to think. Unanimity is almost always an indication of servitude. Being unable to make what is just strong, we have made what is strong just. Despotism tempered by assassination. There is our Magna Charta. Charta. That's by an anonymous Russian. The magistrate has a right to enforce what he thinks, and he who is conscious of the truth has the right to suffer. I am afraid there is no other way of asserting the truth, but by persecution on the one hand, and enduring it on the other. I know no method to secure the repeal of bad or obnoxious laws, so effective as their stringent execution. Any class is all right if it will only let others be so. All cities of the earth should rise up against the man who ruins one. The mode of government is incomparably more important for a nation than the form of state. It is a certain sign of a wise government in perceiving that it can hold men's hearts by hopes when it cannot by satisfaction. No matter how noble the objectives of a government, it blurs decency and kindness, cheapens human life, and breeds ill will and suspicion. It is an evil government. It is muddled to say I am in favor of this kind of political regime than that. What one really means is I prefer this kind of police. Okay, this is the last one. This is Tocqueville. Foreign policy demands scarcely any of those qualities which are peculiar to a democracy. On the contrary, it calls for the perfect use of almost all those qualities in which a democracy is deficient. Democracy is favorable to the increase of the internal resources of a state. It diffuses wealth and comfort and fortifies the respect for law in all classes of society. But it can only with great difficulty regulate the details of an important undertaking, preserve in and fix design, and work out its execution in spite of serious obstacles. It cannot combine its measures with secrecy or await the consequences with patience. These are qualities which are more characteristic of an individual or an aristocracy. Okay, actually, these will be the last ones I read. Power does not corrupt men. Fools, however, if they get into a position of power, corrupt power. It is always observable that the physical and exact sciences are the last to suffer under despotisms. In general, despite all the talk about freedom, peoples and governments demand unlimited state power internally. Lawgivers or revolutionaries who promise equality and liberty at the same time are either utopian dreamers or charlatans. That's by Goethe. No government can be long secure without a formidable opposition. Disraeli. Power is so apt to be insolent and liberty to be saucy that they are very seldom upon good terms. Halifax. In the tumult of civil discord, the laws of society lose their force, and their place is seldom supplied by those of humanity. Gibbon. Wretches hang that jurymen may dine. Pope. In France we threaten the man who rings the alarm bell and leave him in peace who starts the fire. Chamfort. The triumph of demagogues is short-lived, but the ruins are eternal. Peguet. Okay, that's political aphorisms. Cindy Gold, I don't know if you're still in the room. I wonder if the Deep State Patriots will check in on this room to see if I'm restreaming their room into this room. See, Chris, you've taken it to the whole next level, but you have no audience. You have to log into YouTube on a laptop, update that account, spice it up, create a logo, actually make it a functional YouTube as if somebody, had love for it. And then, keep recording and keep publishing. There is a Clubhouse Reddit thread, and I post a lot of Clubhouse things to that Reddit thread. So, you not only do you have to amplify your YouTube account, you also have to post your videos to Reddit. Welcome to the Deep State Patriots, Dr. Batman El Normo. This is the Deep State Patriots. We have been debating Marshall Rankin, a fake Republican this morning, who voted Kamala Harris, but yet he claims it's my party, the Republican Party. Brian, were you going to say something?
Oh, yeah. So there's all these AI apps now that clip part of your streams for you, and there's one that integrates with Twitch, and it uses AI in quotes, right? To know which parts of the stream a lot of people are looking at to kind of so AI is starting to clip these streams, and if you want to obviously get into long form content, it's creating TikTok accounts and posting those clips. You're shooting yourself in the foot if you're not having people and doing that and thinking people are just going to want to enjoy the long form. It's the clips that get people.
Right. It's really compression in a way, because what you're trying to do, like you said, is identify the highest value parts and then clip it. And, what we consider high value generally flares dopamines. I mean, we're not really interested.
Yeah. So this program integrates with Twitch, and there's a lot that do it now in general, but this, you mentioned Twitch earlier, and it's just it's going to get better and better, and so you don't have to look into don't strap your panties and put these out and look into it way, but it's all out now. There's like 30, 40 companies that are doing it, maybe more, but it's just going to get better and better. Because right now, I cut you off because this fucking AI, it's stupid. It doesn't know the good parts that people are going to fucking laugh at. It's fucking dumb. Mm-hmm. Just like Marshall Rankin and fucking other people in this fucking app that I love fucking roasting. By the way, I've been going haywire lately. I've been fucking letting dumb people in this fucking app know that they're fucking dumb. And that's why I'm for real. That is my alias on the internet. I keep it real. For real.
So wait, do you have a YouTube account I can follow?
I am Kick for Real on every platform. KICKFUREAL. Kick for Real on everything. Except on Kick, I'm kick.com/forreal. But YouTube, Twitter, X, whatever, fucking Instagram, LinkedIn. Kick. I got 28,000 on LinkedIn, by the way. Hubba.
Yeah, I had a big YouTube account. I mean, LinkedIn account, and they deleted me. I had like 11,000 or 16,000 connections. Not like, followers, but like actual, because it allowed me to like add for like a year. I was just sitting adding. And then I posted something about the Vegas massacre, like because the photos released of the hotel room, and I posted those photos on LinkedIn, and apparently somebody reported me. So they deleted my LinkedIn account for being a journalist, I suppose.
Checks out.
But I just let it
go.
And
that's why I go all in on Kick, because you can build a following on any of these leftist Kamala platforms, and they'll just shut you fucking down. They can't do that on Kick. Mm-hmm. Which is important when you want to, have free speech in America, and like, God forbid you want to have free speech in America and be on the internet. Like, hello?
Did you see Megalopolis?
I'm in the movie Megalopolis. I spent 15 days on set, and I'm in the movie.
Wow.
And Shia LaBeouf yelled at me twice, and Francis Ford Coppola yelled at me once. And it was a great fucking, incredible fucking time, and it was fucking awesome, and I need to eat you on. I don't know.
Wow. I didn't see the movie. I mean, I'd like to see it because I am a Francis Ford Coppola fan.
By the way, he was great. And it was just such an experience. He's like, this is the only high budget, low budget movie. Like he sold a vineyard to finance it himself, and it was just so. His son Nick Roman was with him the whole time. His wife, who just passed away in the last 6 months, came. It was cute. He had his Cadillac, his Airstream, and he was owning shit like a boss, friendly. Him and Shia LaBeouf yelled at each other and got into it once, or a lot more than once. But it was just amazing working with people at that high a caliber, because being, like I said, I was yelled at twice by Shia and once by Coppola, because we were making art, and getting it the way Coppola wanted it done.
Yeah. Can't believe he sold a vineyard to finance that film.
Listen, he's at a point in life where YOLO, and now he lost his wife. So it's just. And I talked to Nate Blond, may rest in peace, about the film, because luckily I was on the film, right? I spent 15 days on set, which is incredible. And as a background actor, I'm literally sitting around just watching, most of the time. And they actually let us sit out on bleachers most of the time instead of in holding, and actually watch the whole thing when we weren't working, just sitting there as background. But yeah, it was definitely so he tried. So I'll tell you from working on the movie, Coppola took a lot of footage, and as you know, in movies they shoot a lot, but the whole thing comes down to post. So, they couldn't fit everything he was trying to envision into one movie, and and then it was weird with the time stop. But other than that, I really appreciated it because, like you said, you can't believe he sold a vineyard. So we're on set the whole time, clown housing around that, like, oh my God, he sold a vineyard for 120 million to finance this movie for 120 million. And by the way, he wanted to make this movie in 2001, and September 11th happened, and the World Trade Centers came down, and he had to put brakes on it. So actually, it's been 40 years that he's been wanting to make this movie. He finally sold a vineyard. We're finally here. And he's finally making this fucking movie. And then you're like, oh, this could be the biggest fucking movie because Godfather's so big, and we could become famous. So I think they actually took Megalopolis off streaming, by the way, Doctor. I don't think you can watch it. I think they made a strategic move that no movie makes, if I'm not mistaken.
That's interesting. Well, I wonder if I could go on eBay and buy the DVD right now. Shall we check?
That's a good idea. My rationale behind their strategy to take it off is so people can't shit on it now, but it'll be a long-term movie. Like, they're just going to re-release it on streaming. I think they took it off streaming. I swear to Christ.
Let's see. Megalopolis.
Megalopolis.
Yeah, you can buy it on Blu-ray for $40. Should I buy it? Is that you on the cover?
That's Adam Driver. I look like Andy Samberg, Adam Driver, which is funny because people have always told me I look like him, and now I got a chance to, like, literally. Actors don't like it when you're. I'm also a professional stand-in for a couple actors like Ewan McGregor, Ben Schwartz, and like my friend's stand-in for Owen Wilson. I was like, how was it working with Owen Wilson? He's like, well, they don't really it's just weird for an actor to see a complete double of them. It kind of takes their energy away because they're the star. So I've been a body double for somebody before, but he was a little kid, so I kind of got
I gotta check my DVD player before I buy it because I honestly don't know if my DVD player is Blu-ray.
I was going to let you know, most people are not watching DVDs and Blu-rays and your docs and your age on this live stream by telling people you're using a disc player to watch media. I mean,
yeah, why not? Who cares?
Now you're over 43 years old. I mean, this is crazy.
I'm 42, but I've got a lot of DVDs, and I like, putting it in the background. I actually turn a lot of movies, like I turn the audio off, and I just want to see, like, a large screen, movie playing or something, like, because it's just like art after art after art after art, high value art. So let's turn around and look at my Twitch and see what's happened. Nope, just one viewer. That's it. 28 minutes live. Oh, why do you have 16 phones? That was the question in the chat.
Okay, let me check my kick. See if I can beat your one viewer. Let's check the kick chat. Oh man, if we have two people in this stream, it's gonna be on like Donkey Kong, motherfucker. And if the two people are you, that doesn't count, right? I think my stream's down, so I'm at 0.
I mean, I've got YouTube going as well. We've got 3 YouTube viewers. So my YouTube account really seems to be stuck at 1,690 subscribers. I can't seem to really get a lot of viewers. I've got 5.8 thousand videos on this YouTube account.
I think the trick with YouTube, you're not going to want to hear it, but I think you have to have a following somewhere else and funnel them to YouTube.
Yeah, I could buy traffic, but they don't. Apparently, if you buy traffic, they don't reward you with monetization, I've heard, but I don't think that's true because, like, I could buy traffic and then funnel it indirectly. Like I could go to Google Ads and buy penny clicks and spend $100 for 1,000 views and see what those metrics come out for conversions in terms of subscribers and see how much the cost per new subscriber is and invest a couple $100 into generating subscribers. But to tell you the truth, I would rather like never spend any money on anything other than the food, on food, on the gym, on my car, on my house, on my boat. Like I don't see any value in actually investing money into advertising until I have like fully exploited.
Correct.
Yeah.
That should be organic. You're not there should be no spending of money at this stage. My mentor, my older brother's got 3 YouTube businesses, and they don't spend. You don't do paid spending this early. Absolutely not.
Mhm.
You're creating content. You're spending money. Now what he's doing is he's spending $300 to create like these shitty zombie or monster fucking really shitty content, but he can create it for $300. So he just keeps putting fucking channels and content out there, and everybody's playing the. We're not the only ones in the YouTube gamut.
I mean, you're talking about 100,000 people that are competing, and it's just like I'm not even close. Like I have nothing. I mean, I used to work at Google, and I had to audit YouTube's channels and ad placement for our brands that we were working with. And I would like look at these YouTube channels I had never heard of that have millions of followers, and they're big publishers making millions of dollars a year, and they're channels I had never heard of, and a lot of it is just like family friendly content, things that like a mom and a dad want to put on for their kids, in their living room, and it's like people filming themselves in their big houses. It's like families with their own YouTube business, and it's like a mom and a dad and their kids, and they fucking have their own television show on YouTube, and they're making a lot of money. And it's like not just one of them. There's like 100 of those types of people, or more. But new media is very strange. Like the fact that like YouTube is technically like the de facto television of our lives, and it will be for the rest of our lives, which is like YouTube has like a 40-year run ahead of it in terms of like consuming global television and global dollars, global video advertising. It's like still just getting started. Like YouTube will be like the primary revenue growth for Google for like a long time, because all traditional advertising still will continue to just go towards videos on YouTube. It's like the ultimate advertising platform. But you're right. Like these other platforms could end up becoming big too, because it's technically just a competitive app or platform or portal. So Kick and
Like
Twitch.
the kid stuff, like there's this guy, I fucking hate his name. No, Mr. Beanie or Bingo or like whatever. But like the content, like you said, that these people make for kids, and it's kid friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Like YouTube. By the way, I've known for like 4, 5, 6 years. Everybody's known. YouTube is, you're right, 40 years. Like it's not like a question about YouTube and TikTok and Shorts. It's like YouTube, Google are the Americans, and this is the new television is YouTube. But I'm gonna I'm not even tripling down. I spoke up because stupid people. I tell people that are wrong what is right, and you're doing this professionally, and you're shooting yourself in the foot if you're not going all in on Kick, or not all in, but like in on Kick, and B, using these AIs to clip your content and put them out. If you are going to spend some money, it's to have somebody posting clips of your content on TikTok multiple times a day. Because if you're not doing that, technically you're shooting yourself in the foot 400,000, 600,000 times a day for free.
Mm-hmm.
And expecting you to go from one person on Twitch to a lot. And that is just, I'm happy to collab and give advice. That's all I do is give free advice. Like it's not hard,
Yeah. I mean, I have a huge library here in my house. We got like over 1,000 books now, and so like I know that over the next 20 fucking years of my life, I'm going to like slowly but surely read every high value paragraph, from these books and try to like promote education. And so like in terms of like even creating kid friendly content specifically, I think that's a big niche where like on YouTube how you have to select, is this made for kids? Yes or no. It's like you want to select yes to that every time and put out actual high value education for kids. I don't know, on all age groups, but it really doesn't matter because what you're doing is putting out hypnosis. So if it's high value content and high value educational information, um, it's just like, it's something I want to do. It's just a note to myself where it's like focus on creating an actual business dedicated to providing illuminating information to kids. And then creating the corollary imagery, the videos and the pictures. So it's
Yeah,
something to think
the
about.
latter goes without saying, but yes. So it's called edutainment, right?
Yeah.
A combination of education and entertainment. So, right, you have to have the flashy video screen, and I've been kind of long term working on that. So, I'm a dog sitter, and I dog sit in mansions. So every week on my YouTube channel, my Kick channel, I'll just be in a different mansion with dogs for the background, because if you don't have good scenery, like if you're not by the beach or you don't have good stuff going on, it's like, who wants to watch it?
Yeah. There's it's all about dazzling, the viewer and dazzling them and getting them to come back. But then when you look at like how Netflix creates addiction, through binge watching, like that's next level psychology. Like, have you seen the television show The Boys?
Actually, I've known people that told me to get deep into it. I love the lead. I haven't really watched it, but I want to share one thing Mr. Beast does that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever watch Mr. Beast, whenever you see a Mr. Beast thing, I'm about to say right now, every 4 seconds they have a cut. Every 4 seconds, regardless, they're always the camera to another camera, and it's like that's a Mr. Beast thing, and it just shows the attention of people is so short that as long as they're going, I don't have to mansplain it, but every 4 seconds there's a different frame. It's keeping these idiots on YouTube that are typing dumb shit in chat that are actually probably dumb themselves. I'm sorry, I'm being, engaged. And yes, they're dumb. They're eating his Lunchables and chocolate bars. Like, they're dumb.
Yeah, it's an amazing, what he's doing is amazing because it's a lot of work what he's doing, really, to tell you the truth. I mean, it's unbelievable. Like
I watched his stream, and you can watch it on YouTube now, of the first time he got when he reached 1,000 followers. You can watch him reaching 1,000 followers, and then you can also watch him reaching 1 million followers. But everybody started somewhere, and it's just fun watching him reach his first 1,000 followers, and everybody that's strapped on it's like Steve Jobs said, the people that came before us, they were smart and just like us. Like, it's like there's nothing these live streamers are doing that is rocket science. But Mr. Beast, his production value, the work, I mean, he clearly has, like, and I'll tell you, all the first team celebrities I've worked with, they put in the work, they put in the work on themselves, and they put in the work.
Yeah.
I was telling somebody the other day, after 30 days of a Kevin Hart movie, on the weekends I would sleep, and on the weekends the lead guys would go to a different state and do a stand-up venue, and it was just like, these guys are incredible, and gals.
Yeah, there's a saying, it's like improve yourself, improve the world. So I do dedicate a lot of my time to like trying to improve myself. And I think that's a big problem that a lot of people on this app aren't doing, that like they're complaining, but they're not even improving themselves. So they're not really improving the world, and they're just politicking, it's like not doing the heavy lifting, or, it's like not doing the alchemy, I guess. They're just talking heads. They're full of hot air. It's just this app is more like a dopamine feedback loop medical device technology company that people don't even know that they're just getting talk therapy here, but they're not actually changing themselves, and thus they're not changing the world.
So it's like a dopamine beat machine for idiots.
That's why I say it's like self hypnosis or a self roast.
Well, I think that I'm surprised people are still here. I mean, the people that are still here, as you said, they're clearly unemployed or driving a truck, have nothing going on, aren't bettering themselves, and they can't hide it because they're literally
Here all the time.
it is what it is, and now it's like, clubhouse, clown house. Excuse me.
It is really clown house. It's so easy to take it personally, and to think like Marshall Rankin, is like I don't know what I want out of this app. Meaning like, do I want to see people like bite the bullet or fall off their horse and bang their head? Like, not really. I kind of just
No, but you have to. Are doing the right thing when you're stallion, and just because they are banging their head over you, and I'll give an example, because I've been dying to, but like that, you have to, what does Gary Oldman say in Fifth Element? Like, you have to cause a little disaster and chaos, and then all the little cleaning robots come in. Like, listen, the fact that these people are stirred up, that you are recording them, and they are being recorded by 1,000 other bots, and the fact that you and I get 2 viewers, 3 viewers on our Twitch and Kick that are fucking trolls trying to sell us graphic design, and the fact that they are all butthurt about it means something. It means they're hiding something. It means they're losers. It means the fact that you stir them up, it gives me joy. It gives me joy, man.
Yeah.
And the fact that it doesn't give them joy, because I'll give you an example, because it's not just you. Like, so I went the other day, I called the police for an escort, and I went to retrieve some live streaming equipment with a police officer, and I live streamed the whole thing. It's on my Kick page, to emasculate this asshole piece of shit, and to scare the shit out of him with a cop, like, because he's like a stoner. So I go there with the cop, I live stream it, I get my stuff back. The cop knocked on his door, giant cop, scared the shit out of him. He's a kid, 26, whatever, like, and it was fun. And I got to like say mean things to him, and I live streamed it. So the moral of the story is like, he is so psychologically butthurt and like thinks that he's doxxed and this and that. This thing has 50 views, and nobody's ever gonna see it. But in his head and in the circle around him, he's sharing. It's destroying his life. And I mean, not like you said, doctor. I don't want to destroy people's lives. I don't want people to bang their heads on tables. I just want people to be accountable for their words, honestly, and be accountable American, reasonable, like, national human beings, and not fucking dumb fucking assholes saying dumb things. Is that so hard to ask for?
No. I mean, these rooms make you or make me think the opposite of what they're saying, which is like they're forcing me. It's like Donald Trump wouldn't be president if the environment didn't demand that he become the president. Like, it forced him psychologically to face the abyss and say, okay, I'm willing to sacrifice my peace and my will and my fortune and my life to go up against this. It's the same thing with the founding fathers. Trump risked it all, and Elon Musk risked it all, and now they are going to enjoy the benefits and the fruits of their wager. I mean, it's a gamble. They gamble.
And to boot, by the way, that is what they did in the bullet, and what they're going all in. By the way, but as you and me as live streamers, I'm sure we were looking at, is Kamala gonna win or Trump? I mean, we knew Trump was if Kamala won, I would not be a free speech live streamer, and I would be rethinking my free speech live streaming career. I'd be looking at YouTube differently. But you know what? Like, I want to have free speech. I was so worried, and they did what they had to do. And I mean, what I really liked towards the end, Elon was in Pennsylvania doing whatever they call rallies each day, and he was doing Q&A with people, and a lot of people were like, oh shit, I didn't know I'd be like asking Elon Musk a question. Hi Elon. A lot of people started with, thanks for buying Twitter, by the way, and protecting free speech. and yeah, and then and it just what a fucking show it was. I mean, Clown House aside, like fucking motherfucker, jeez. I mean, he stepped up, and he's gonna get the legacy for it. But that's just like took some real balls and courage, and those guys. I don't want to say they deserve every, fun thing, dark MAGA, perk they're going to get from it, but, that's the beauty of capitalism, and I am a full profiteering startup capitalist, and everybody started their business somewhere. By the way, Elon Musk started PayPal. By the way, he read every book in the library in South Africa, doctor, so speaking of reading books and getting smarter, one of Elon's tricks, that obviously he has a thing where he can remember everything he saw, which we all don't have. That's another tip. He read apparently every book in the library. So if you're going to read every book in your library, you can make everybody as smart as Elon Musk, and you can make the world better.
So are you I mean, I looked at your X, like you're not really like live streaming audio on there or live streaming video on there?
No, I'm not on I'm not streaming on X. I mean, I stream on Kick, and I was gonna stream on X, but I drive, I do car life, and I don't think I've read the terms and services. I don't think technically I could be driving and streaming on X, so I don't stream on X because I'm kind of always on the road right now.
Well,
X is my favorite profile, by the way. If anybody's listening, where you can see my entire startup history and all the venture capital camps and startup camps I went to, and if you scroll down my X timeline, it's like the one place that actually has like the history of like what little success I had before I got out of the fucking rat race, and when I was trying to become a fucking billionaire.
Well, even billionaires, everybody's on a clock. It's the same clock. Do you know what that clock is?
I do, actually, and that is why my live streaming, my expertise, I'm actually have the secret. I know how to cure everything and take down big pharma without shooting people in the head. Health is wealth, and root cause protocol. Everybody just needs the right amount of magnesium, copper, and potassium in their bodies, and the body is an incredible machine, and it will actually be in homeostasis if you don't poison it. But we can only extend that clock so long, to each their own. If you want to be healthy, be healthy. If you don't, you don't. But I am very conscious about everything I put in my body, and because I believe health is wealth, and you could have $1 billion, and if you probably get $1 billion tomorrow, I think what is the statistics? People that win the lottery, 50% of the people that win the lottery kill themselves. So good job getting money quick.
Holy shit. I love watching, like disaster videos where people, are taking big risks and things go wrong and then they fuck around and they find out. So welcome back to Deep State Patriots with your hosts, Dr. and Dr. Brian. This is Dr. Kazgar, Vanessa, Dr. Christy, Dr. Muhammad. Come on up and say anything if you want. But we are approaching the end of this podcast. I hope you've enjoyed.
So, coming up on the end of the podcast, Dr. Brian here. I wanted to give my doctor credentials to Muhammad, Christy, Vanessa, Kasgar, and Etal. I am actually Dr. Magic's son. So my father was indeed Dr. Magic. So I am indeed Dr. Magic's son, and those are my doctor credentials.
I would love to get.
I am indeed a Doctor of Magic's son. This is true. Yes.
So Evital, I don't know if you want to come up and say anything, but basically, I'm recreating Deep State Patriots. I'm trying to take the name back because these bastards on this app, give Donald Trump a 3.5 out of 10. So they're saying he's, a pig shit. And it's these people on this app that are hypocrites, frauds, liars, scammers, stupid, low IQ, and overall repugnant.
Look, the 3.5 man in the other room is one of the most moderate of all of them. He actually got yelled at by the rest of Deep State Patriots for platforming me in these ask a question, listen to the answer format. The libtards can't even formulate a question with their mouth. Is how deep into the pocket these guys are of mental retardedness. They literally can't even imagine why someone would support Trump. And I think the format is good. It exposes them. The biggest morons are just sitting in the chat and trolling it, like David J. and others who are too chicken shit to come up to the stage. And once they do come up, they ask a retarded question. It gives me some insight that they really don't have much going on here, Doctor. They're not the Democrat popularity continues to sink, and so every time they argue against deporting violent criminals, or every time they set fire to a Tesla, it drives Democrats away from. They think they're doing a hot protest, but it just looks so stupid that I think it's a checkmate, essentially, for Trump to continue doing what he wants.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I was in Gary Baumgartner's room yesterday. I waited. He made me the last speaker, and then Marshall Rankin just kept interrupting me, and I couldn't actually talk. So all he wanted to do was read some of the tables on usdebt.org, and then some of the recent Doge X posts and the hundreds of billions in savings there, and then just read some.
Put him on notifications. Put Gary on notification and get there immediately when he opens the room. Is the strategy on him?
Yeah.
They banned me from there pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I challenged him that he's not really independent. He's actually just a Democrat. It hurt his feelings so bad he perma-banned me.
Well, being born in New York, it's hard not to be a Democrat. Being in that area, being around those people, being in that life, you get trapped. And I just drove 3,000 miles across the country because my family is retarded. They're mesmerized by this blah blah.
Yeah, I just love coming across a girl's Hinge profile that says, if you voted for Donald Trump, swipe left, not interested, or liberal extremist looking for liberal extremists. It's like, what? It's like, I don't know. I think, Evital, I've come to the conclusion that if you want to change the world, you have to change yourself, or if you want to improve the world, you have to improve yourself. So, I feel like I do spend a lot of time improving myself, but yes, I also spend a lot of time wasting my time, and maybe making bad decisions. But listening to these people on this app gives me confidence in my position, knowing just how deranged they are and how really they don't want to discuss the literature. They don't want to discuss Doge. They don't want to discuss the contracts that are being canceled. They don't want to talk about anything other than the way they feel and their very blasé opinion about what's happening. And they really are like on their little mountaintops. Everybody wants to get their little 3-minute clip in, and then they bounce. And they just virtue signal. And a lot of these people are lawyers. I think my dad told me once that lawyers are liberals and doctors are Republicans. That seems to be the demographic breakdown. I don't know if that makes any sense, but
Well, here's what I know. Here's how I'm working on myself today. I see a bumper sticker that says like vote for. I can't, my brain doesn't even see it, but maybe it says Harris. Like I don't. It doesn't even acknowledge. People couldn't even. By the way, people couldn't even say her name that we're voting for her when I would ask back when it was going on. But let's say it says something like they're voting for Biden, whatever her name was, Kamala, and like I'm trying to, and like back when there were signs, it's like I'm trying to not become an incel and get upset because that person has that sign, like, you know, and it goes back to working myself. It's a much bigger picture, a bigger galaxy, world, and society. It's not their fault that their parents and they were brought up in a great location, alive, taking care of their kids, but I wish they didn't have TDS because TDS is something they made up in their head because they're fucking dumb and they don't want what's best for America. But what am I to do other than sit here with you?
Are you Matt on the account, brother?
I have no other account. I am Brian Goldsmith. I actually live stream, and I'm actually a real person. I actually live stream as my real person. I'm undoxable. So I'm not unswattable, doctor. So apparently that's the thing. But you and I aren't famous enough to get swatted yet. Are you looking forward to your first swat, doctor?
No, obviously not. But I think that I have enough videos out there that if the police, before they decided to kick my door in, might spend a little more time like just Googling me and maybe coming across my videos and say, okay, this guy creates content. This could be a SWAT. So I hope police will have enough intuition to know that it could be a SWAT and not, if somebody is going to go that far and be a piece of shit to me. It's a scary thought to think about that. You have police kicking your door in and, running around with guns and because of lies. So it's a concern, but not one that, like, I don't know if what's her face? Who's the Bill Clinton woman? God, what's her name? Anyways,
I don't know, but I certainly feel good that I don't have a house and a place to live. So like I said, I'm untouchable. I don't have a house, so they can't kick my door in. There we go.
Oh, Dr. James Snyder is here. Dr. James, I was hoping you would. Oh, he left. Oh, he's back. Dr. James, we have another room open called Deep State Patriots. I'd love for you to join that room if you're available. It's called Deep State Patriots with Flags. Because, we are essentially roasting the Deep State Patriots. I don't know if he might join this room. He might not. But I've recorded him, Dr. James here. Thank God you've arrived. We're roasting the Deep State Patriots room and all the people on this app who are libtards and Democrats and fake Republican rhinos like Marshall Rankin and Gary Baumgarten and Al Stern and even our friend Dr. Scott Kent Jones. So James, if you want to come up and give your rating of Trump, for his couple months in office here, or talk about anything, or roast people on this app, we would really love it if you just roasted people. I think that's ultimately the best usage of our time.
I'm a big people roaster, so you can't beat I'm kick for real. I actually tell people how it is, and I roast them because they're dumb.
So we're just having a casual conversation. We don't have anything nation. You are our last featured and joyful speaker. I love what you have to say. I hope you kick more ass. I hope you get into office, and I hope you deliver liberty for your voters.
And I'm glad you brought up Marshall Rankin. I cannot stand that guy. He's the fakest Republican that we have on this app.
The people in my party, they don't believe it.
Okay, I actually have something else to report. I'm so sorry to cut you off. James, I'm looking at your hat, and I forgot to tell you when I was on the Megalopolis set for 15 days, Francis Ford Coppola had all these stuntmen running around with these "Make Rome Great Again" hats. He had them done up, red hats, "Make Rome Great Again," and the guys were like, "Make Rome Great Again, make Rome great again." Now they cut that from the actual movie, but I filmed it on my camera, and he let us. And I just want you to know, back in the day before it even came out, I saw like these red hats, "Make Rome Great Again." I thought that was going to come out around pre-election time, by the way. I thought it was going to be a big bump. Anyways, we were talking about Megalopolis earlier, James, and I left out the red hats, and it was a big part of when I talk about what little fun things I had to say about my experience in the movie. Other than Coppola was great, Shia LaBeouf was great, Adam Driver was great, Natalie Emmanuel was great, Dustin Hoffman was great, John Voight was great, and that new guy, John Pierre, is always this great. And Aubrey Plaza is, I have a close up with it. Sorry, I'm done.
Oh yeah, I was going to say that, definitely, this group has definitely
If my videos get 5 likes, that means I made 5 votes happy. That's all the motivation I need to keep on sharing my nonsense. But you know
And
what?
I'm doing that to include the idea of Rome in people's minds. People when they look at, I'm trying the hypnosis thing that they do, but in reverse. They're always doing that themselves, where they want to say things like racist or Nazi. Elon is a Nazi. Elon is a Nazi. I want when you think of the word Elon to think of the Republic, to think of the word citizen, not Nazi. So I am doing their same thing, their brainwash, and I'm adding, instead of negatives, positives as the words that pop up.
You have the best defense is a good offense, and they're using these fucking hate words like little things in that. I can't. I don't. I'm not. You know what I mean? And they've obviously learned that the lowest hanging fruit is to weaponize fucking these idiot words and make libtards just fucking retarded.
Yeah, there's a reason they call them trigger words. It's the same thing as like when you tell your dog to sit. That is the trigger word for your dog to sit when you say the word sit. And it's the exact same training that we have. People don't realize it, but we are domesticated animals. We are trained creatures. And I simply have decided that we're going to try to do a different training. I don't like the way that Masters trained us.
Well, you're sitting next to the right guy. I'm right there with you. I've removed myself from the rat race, and yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, if I do get elected, hopefully I will. I think I probably will. My emphasis will be on the Republic. It's gonna sound very weird how I will be invoking this ancient type of ideology and speech, but I will be doing it. And I think that invocation of this ideology will be very powerful. I've already tested it out with small groups, and it reacts. Even leftists cannot argue with the logic of the love of the Republic. They themselves know the Republic is important.
The timing is now, and you have the confidence, and the timing is everything, and you have it, and congratulations, and you have the confidence to step through it and the courage to do it.
Well, the way I think about it is everybody's always been waiting for Messiah this, Messiah that. I'm not sure exactly. I'm not a religious person. I mean, I am, but Messiahs aside, I'm not sure that those things are real. What I do know is that waiting for somebody to save you is the dumbest thing you can do. Forget waiting. I'm not going to wait. I have to save myself, and that's why I'm doing it, is to save me. The rest of everybody else just gets saved alongside.
I was watching this cute clip of Timothy Chalamet, like 10 seconds. He's like, once you master your inner soul, then you're like that's when you can master the world. Like essentially but yeah, best defense is good offense. I believe James. I'm right where with you. Right where for you. So I'm gonna put it in layman's terms with some mumbling. Let's talk about here's how I feel about this closure. I'm not gonna sit around and just wait, and